My all-time favorite acrylic markers are back, and I'm super excited to share this video with you. There is 60 super nice acrylic colors, so I'm gonna be creating today with them. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. It's Asia Marquet here, Lemon Creation, and today I'm gonna be doing a product review acrylic marker set which I got from Arrtx. This set has 60 colors and they're absolutely beautiful and my all-time favorite. I already have the markers from this series, but there was 30 of them. Here we have a huge box. The markers are really, really nice. And I've reviewed a lot of markers, acrylic markers from Arrtx, and I like them all, but I have to tell you, they are my favorite actually. There is one reason for, one special reason why they are favorite. It's just they have a direct ink flow, so you can shake it and they will write. So you don't have to press the nib to the surface few times until the ink goes out from the nib. It's enough that you shake them and and you can just use them on the paper. So look at that, guys. And the other reason I really, really love them, it's because they have these amazing vibrant colors, super cool. And they also really cool to look at. And so I'm showing you the box. I got it. It's been already, I think, at least 2 years when I got this box. So there is 30 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 30. And so these ones, of course, they are from Arrtx as well. And I just wanted to check if I have the same colors. I do, actually. So they made a bigger box, which I'm so really happy about it because there is so many of these beautiful colors. And you saw it already on the photos I showed you at the beginning of the video, but you're gonna see later on also when I'm actually working with them how beautiful and vibrant the colors are. And so you can see here on the cap you have the number, then you have a small instruction, then you have this small kind of clouds, you know, smiling clouds or flowers, wherever you feel like calling them, through which you can actually pick to see if you still have the ink left. So this is super cool. They all have very nice flexible tip, and as I mentioned earlier, it's enough just to shake them, and I absolutely love that. It's for me it's such a comfort. And I have a smaller version to the markers which you have to actually press to the surface before the ink goes through it. But having said that, I also have markers from Arrtx which work this way, that you have to actually press the nib to the surface. And they are actually quite easy in comparison to other markers to work with. But once again, those are my very, very favorite. So as always, I'm gonna give you guys the links to the markers in the description box below, so you can check them out over there. And just don't forget, it's Black Friday week, so they are 20% off on Amazon, so be sure to check that out. And I'm just going through making you small swatches, so like that you can see a little bit of the vibrancy of the colors. And believe me, they really have a really good coverage. They also can work on not only on paper, they can work on glass, on stones, on wood, on many surfaces. So this is something cool. I actually work with it on metal and stone, which you're gonna see in a moment, but I kind of forgot that it's Christmas time and I could have actually made some Christmas ornament with it. Look at these colors. They are, you have to admit that they are really, really nice, and the coverage on the paper is amazing. And you're gonna see later on different materials I used also, the coverage is perfect. Very, very easy to work. So if you are in need of acrylic markers, I really advise you these ones. Really, really cool to work with. So now I'm gonna try to paint a little bit of a stone. I just opened the window, well, the door, and took one first of the stones I found in the garden, cleaned it very quickly, and just you know, I'm not gonna keep it. I just wanted to show you how it works. So the first layer, it's sometimes you can see still through in some places, but you know, you can wait until it dries and go ahead with the second layer, but you don't really even have to. So I'm leaving it to dry, and I wanted to show you, just took a box I had at hand, and this is the metal box, and look at the coverage with white marker, it's perfect. So for today's project, I'm gonna be making a little bit of die cuts on the paper, which I will colorize first with the acrylic markers. Of course, blending with acrylic markers is a little bit more tricky than with alcohol markers, we all know that. So I do not expect that I'm gonna have perfect blending for this. I just wanted to show you how the colors work. So that's why I took colors in the purple family. And I just wanted to show you that even with colors like that, you can make something nice out of it. Of course, with acrylic markers, you can do different techniques. So this is one of my favorite. I add a little bit of marker, or I put a little bit of marker or on, for example, acrylic block, add tiny bit of water and just make some splatter. That works perfectly, and all depends how much water you add. I actually thought that I had too much water here. So I again added a little bit of white and a tiny bit of water, and I got a more brighter, more chalky spray. And coming back to the stone, looked at that, guys, it dried quite quickly, and it's actually, the coverage is perfect. I didn't put the second layer of color on the stone, so as you can see, it really, after drying, it really covered the stone perfectly. And look at the color combo. I don't know, I did it by accident, and I absolutely love it. I love those two colors together. And the same with the metal box. Look at that. I'm trying to show you that there is no transfer of color whatsoever. And I'm gonna even go a little bit further and just spray it with water, and then try to remove that with tissue, a little bit of the camera. I'm sorry, guys, it's very hard to actually be always thinking that you have to be on the right spot to film, but as you saw, there is no paint coming off. And so I took my cuttle back, the die cut, and I cutted out this beautiful flower from the page I painted with acrylic markers. This flower is gonna be a focal point of my art journal, on which I'm gonna add some stamping, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more of these acrylic markers to show you really in every possible way I could think of at this moment to use them. And there is one thing which is actually quite not funny, quite interesting, I would say, with these markers. I didn't expect that to happen, but you're gonna see it in a moment. But first of all, I'm gonna finish with my stamping. I'm using my stamps from my shop. That's the one of the last stamp I think I still have available in my shop, because as you know, I'm gonna be closing my shop in a more or less week time. And so I decided to use also a little bit of stenciling and add a little bit of orange dots. And this is what's interesting. It actually, the marker doesn't cover with the first layer of paint. It doesn't cover the stamping. I'm not sure why that is. I think it's because the stamps are so actually bright. The black color is so strong that this is what's happening. So I had to pass the second layer of color, as you saw, and the second layer covered almost completely the stamping underneath. But this is something interesting also, because you don't always need to or want to cover the stamping, so it can also play as a transparent way of leaving the stamp underneath the color, which is super cool. As you can see on my flowers, you can still see some lines from the markers. Once again, I repeat that the acrylic markers do not blend perfectly together, so there are gonna be lines if you put them like, you know, if you make the big lines, maybe my lines were too thick and I should have made them a little bit smaller, but it doesn't really matter because I still love it. And I find that the two colors are really nice together. Well, the purples and orange, they go really nice together. It gives a little bit of pop on the page. It's not very boring. It's kind of something very, I don't know, very vibrant, I'd say. So my dear crafty souls, that's it from me. Do not forget to check the links for Arrtx acrylic markers in the description box below. I'm sending you all big hugs and I hope I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye bye, have a beautiful day.